yeah, you know it's on. Lights so bright from dusk till dawn. Free kicks, goals scored, hear the crowd roar. Then hit that subscribe button, cause football at your door. Fast runs down the wing every single game. Highlights, reactions, you'll never walk alone. Welcome to the channel, the football back. Welcome to the channel, ain't no going back. Like, comment, subscribe, join the team today. We're chasing every victory all the way. Kickoff starts now, no time to delay. Let's go! The football back!
Welcome to the Football's Back with myself, Giselle Mulburn. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Now, this is a show where we do all the news roundup. It's called the Football News Roundup Show, where we try and get as much news on football around the world and cram it into one show, basically. So now I'm on the BBC Sports website here. Shout out BBC Sports. It says here, I've got news basically coming out of Barcelona. And it's on their striker, Ferran Torres. So it says here, show me they want me. Will World Cup hero Torres stay at Barcelona? So he's saying to Barcelona, show me like you want me in it, And then it's asking the question, will World Cup hero Torres stay at Barcelona? And then it's a picture of him kissing the World Cup. And then it says here, Ferran Torres has made 207 appearances for Barcelona since joining from Manchester City in 2022, but 45% have been as a substitute. So, right. So let's try and do a bit of maths here, So I'm guessing that that's 94 games in it, and then 45% have been as a substitute. So that's like 2% less, than half of the games. Do you know what I mean? He's come on as a substitute. They don't rate him. That's what I'm trying to work out. Do they rate this guy? They don't rate him still. Do you know what I mean? And I think what he's saying here, show me they want me. That's desperation talk. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they really wanted this guy, they would have signed him up already. Do you know what I mean? Because when you really want a player, when the club really wants a player, they sign him ASAP. They don't wait. Do you know what I mean? Because then other clubs will be in for the minute. So that's what tends to happen. And that says here, Ferran Torres will return to Barcelona later this month, having cemented his name in the country's football folklore, following his extra time winner to seal Spain's second World Cup triumph. His profile and markability has significantly grown, and those around him will be keen to ensure he makes the most of a career-defining moment. Okay, so where he scored the winner in the World Cup, you know what I mean? This is what's going to make a lot of teams on him as well. So for me now, because a lot of teams will probably be on him after he's put the limelight on him from scoring that goal in the World Cup. But somebody want to shot him. They might think, oh, we can make a nice profit on this guy now. We don't really play him a lot. You get me? He's not a first team player. You get me? He's a substitute player. So if the right price comes in for him, I think they'll sell him. Do you know what I mean? Right, it says here. But a summer dominated by World Cup celebrations has given way to transfer speculation fueled by the forward's own comments during a media tour in the United States. The 26-year-old is under contract with Barcelona until June 2027, meaning if he does not reach an agreement with the Catalan Giants, Torres will be able to negotiate with other clubs as a free agent from January. Right, you see? So if he doesn't reach an agreement with the club, he can start negotiating from 2027 January. Because his contract is up in June. So that's only a few months, January, June. It's only a few months before that. So he's allowed to do what he wants from January. If they don't give him that new contract I wanted to. I don't think he's getting it. I don't. But they still got time. Do you know what I mean? They got from now till January, but they need to hurry up if they're gonna give this guy a new contract. They need to hurry up, man, for real. They need to ASAP. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be clubs in for him now as well. Well, I think they can make a tidy profit on him, so they'll probably want to sell him as a player that they don't really use a lot. Not say they don't rate him, they just don't use him. He's not a main player in it, you know. So yeah, they might be thinking, oh, we can make a tidy profit, eh? Do you know what I mean? So as Barcelona's players gradually report back for pre-season, does Spain's World Cup heroes future remain at the new camp? Right. Yeah, does his future remain at the new camp now? That's the big question. I'd have to say no. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, the way things are looking right now, they haven't gave him a new contract, and you know that he can talk to other players in January. It's literally a few months away. Like, he's a substitute player. You know what I mean? 94 games, he's come on 45% of those as a substitute. Nah, they don't rate him. They don't rate him. They don't rate him. Right, what we got next now? It says players who turned World Cup heroics into big transfers. Okay, so that's no. Right, Everton signed midfielder Nordegaard. Okay, from Arsenal. Bloody hell, that was a short stop, innit? Arsenal. When did Arsenal sign this guy? They signed him last summer. They didn't use him at all, though, really, did they? Right, Everton signed midfielder Nordegaard from Arsenal. Now, Everton signed midfielder Christian Nordegaard from Arsenal on a 2-year contract for an undisclosed fee. So for an undisclosed fee, you know, they got him on a mad cheap. Right, the 32-year-old Denmark international has reportedly joined Toffees for 7 million, you see. You know, they just wanted him off the wage books at Arsenal wanted to make up some space for other players they're going to bring in, innit? It's mad. Right, underneath that it says Nordegaard, who signed for Arsenal last year in a £15 million deal from Brentford, was left out of the Gunners squad for a friendly against Real Betis on Wednesday. He made 20 appearances for Arsenal in all competitions last season, but just 7 of those were in the Premier League, as the North London club won their first title in 22 years. Fucking hell, what were they saying? He made 20 appearances. No ratings, boy. No ratings at all. He made 20 appearances for Arsenal in all competitions last year. You know, that's peak. 20 appearances in the amount of games Arsenal was involved in. That's mad still. Anyway, it says under here, Everton have also signed central midfielder Hayden Hackney from Middlesbrough for 16.5 million this summer, along with 20-year-old winger Tyreek George, who was signed from Chelsea for 18 million. Okay, having spent the second half of the season on loan at the Toffees. Right. Okay, so see, Everton are trying to just get people in on the cheap quick. And they ain't playing, boy. Here it says Nordegaard said he was very intrigued about the project after speaking to manager David Moyes, adding coming here just makes that feeling even stronger. He added, I think the club is moving in the right direction, and last year was proof of that. I thought there were so many good players in the team, and Everton was so difficult to play against. Nordegaard previously spent 6 years at Brentford and became a key player for the Bees, captaining the side and making 196 appearances. Okay, that's what he was doing at Brentford. So he's captain at Brentford, 1 and 2. So he's gone from captain at Brentford to 20 games for the season. Arsenal's peak. No wonder he wanted out. Well, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably him balling to leave Arsenal, getting offers on 1 and 2. Anyway, it says here Moyes has been looking for experienced players to add to his squad following the departure of the Republic of Ireland defender Seamus Coleman, 37 and 36-year-old. What's that? Senegal midfielder Idrissa Gay, okay. Right. So midfielder James Garner, 25, is also set to miss the start of new season after the England international had brain surgery last month. Okay, right, that's peak still. Wish him a speedy recovery. I want him to, you know what I mean? 'Cause it's never nice to hear any player get injured still. Man's had brain surgery. It clearly ain't going to be about for a while, where, you know what I mean? But yeah, wish him a speedy recovery still. What else we got here? Chelsea lose friendly as Juventus. All right, let's have a look at that still. A couple teams played friendlies recently, innit? So, right, it says Chelsea lose friendly as Juventus score stunning winner. All right, Juventus score stunning winner, but where's the story? Where's the story though, man? It's just giving me the headline. No bloody story. No. So what else we got then? All right, Newcastle appoint Giselles. Newcastle appoint Giselles. What should fans expect? Newcastle United appoint Matisse Giselles, 38, as head coach to succeed Eddie Howe. But what will the German bring to the club? Right, they was trying to call him a rock star and all that, saying fucking like he's playing heavy metal football. So let's see anyway what they're saying he's gonna bring. Right, Newcastle appoint Giselles. What should fans expect? Right, Matisse Giselles has signed a 4-year deal with Newcastle United until 2030. Yeah, and the story is by Kyron Kelly, Newcastle United reporter. Right, it came out the 5th of August 2026. Right, Matthias Giselles has quite an act to follow at Newcastle. It won't be easy to succeed Eddie Howe, a source said. Just like Newcastle's move to sign young players from the continent, there is an element of risk with disappointment as the club bring in a manager who has never coached in the Premier League before. German Giselles delivered success in Saudi Arabia and Austria with right, I'm not going to try and read this, basically with the Saudi side teams, right? And then the Austrian team was Red Bull Salzburg. Okay, that's fine. The Saudi one, like, what? No, it's peak still. I'm not gonna lie. Like, hopefully, the more I read, my reading will get better anyway. My bloody hell. Right, it says, right, so he's had a spell with Red Bull Salzburg, respectively, but this will be the first time he has sampled life in one of Europe's top 5 leagues, right? So he's a freshie to the thing, you know what I mean? So the fans, them are worried a little bit. All right, so anyway, let's see if we can settle the fans' nerves, yeah? It says here, he becomes the Premier League's second youngest current head coach at 38, and this first competitive game is against Liverpool on Sunday, the 23rd of August. Wow, that's a tough game, for a manager that never managed in the Premier League before. It's just coming in for the first time and that way. Do you know what I mean? To have to play Liverpool in the first game, that's tough. That's tough still. That's got to give you a bellyache. I'm not going to lie. That's tough. Anyway, it says here in the statement announcing his appointment on Wednesday, Giselles said it was an incredible honor to become head coach of one of the biggest clubs in European football. My teams are built on togetherness, hard work, intensity, and a passion to improve every single day, he added. Right, so you've heard it. You want to know what he's about? It says, my teams are built on togetherness, hard work, intensity, and passion to improve every single day, he added. That's his words. So Newcastle fans, you want to know what he's about? You heard he's about hard work, he's about intensity, he's about togetherness. Do you know what I mean? So that's some things to take and run with. You get me? Right. It says here, I believe there is enormous potential within this squad and throughout the football club. I give my complete commitment and total energy to bringing further success to Newcastle United. There has been no time to waste since Giselles arrived at Newcastle's pre-season training camp in Spain at the weekend. He will try to understand the culture, what Newcastle means to the community as soon as possible, added a source. That's what he will live by. Right. It says here he called out anyone who wasn't giving their all. Right. How certainly set the standard. The Englishman took charge of a side in relegation trouble. Yeah, so let's remind ourselves what Howe done. The Englishman took charge of a side in relegation trouble, kept them up, then went on to end Newcastle's long wait for silverware by winning the EFL Cup in 2025 and also qualified for the Champions League on multiple occasions. So, how done things for them, man. He did. Even bringing in Isak 1 and 2. I was a good manager, man. Yeah, it says, however, last season was a bruising one domestically. Newcastle finished in 12th place, and Howe watched Alexander Isak, Sandro Tonali, and Anthony Gordon leave within a year. That's got hurt. See that belly I was talking about earlier? Yeah, you can times that by 10. That's got hurt. Remember I told you. Newcastle are set to lose a fourth key player too, with captain Bruno Gomes heading to Arsenal. Now they're losing all their best players, man. No wonder they said we need a managerial change, because the way it looks is like players are leaving because of Eddie Howe, when that's probably not the case. They just had enough for the club in general. Not even the manager as much. The whole thing, the whole project, they're not getting it, anymore and things like that. Like I need a fresh start. Like I'm not gonna go too more into it because it's basically like on Eddie Howe's blueprint and how he changed Newcastle and everything like that. So yeah, but you can see what he done for them. We got them in Champions League multiple times, won them themselves, first silverware in 22 years. Like, yeah. So he had a right to say I've had enough as well. How about that? It ain't just down to the club, and it's down to everyone, every individual not involved. They'll have a meeting, they'll say, how do you feel? And Eddie Howe will say, no, I think I've took this club as far as I can take it. You know what I mean? I feel like I need a change or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And the club will be like, we agree. You get me? I think everyone needs a change. Boom, boom, boom. I think it's kind of like that in this case. Yeah. So it says here, no mental fatigue for Hearts. No, that's the mental fatigue for Hearts. Okay, that's the Scottish League. I think I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, Rush urges Liverpool to give Areola time to succeed. Okay. So Ian Rush basically saying give him time, don't expect too much from him straight away. And I agree with that. Fully agree with that. And the veteran Rush, top way striker talks, you have to listen, man. He talks on Liverpool, everyone's got to listen, boy. Liverpool's best striker, you get what I'm saying? It's mad. All right, Real Madrid agree 120 million Diamonde deal Thursday. Gossip, so it's gossip. Okay, but it's all gossip at the end of the day. Until it's finalised, it's all gossip, innit? So we'll go into it. Okay, this is from the BBC Sport. Like, we're on the BBC Sport today. I haven't really come off of it, to be quite honest. So it says here, Real Madrid agree to 120 million Diamonde move. Thursday gossip. All right. Then there's a picture of the newspaper here. What is this? This is the Daily Star Sport. It's got a picture of Bruno Gomes and Giselles, Newcastle manager, and it says talk of the tune. Mad, that's crazy. Giselles in vow to wow as Bruno Nunes 75 million exit. Okay. So it's just about Gomes, and then the manager, right? Wow. He's making that move as well. Yeah. Anyone else want to leave? Them way. But he's got work to do. That manager still. Anyway, it says here Real Madrid reach 120 million pound agreement for Yan Diamonde. Liverpool explore move for Ibrahim Mbaye, and Aston Villa reach agreement to sign Matteo Raguri. Real Madrid have reached an agreement worth up to 140 million euros. Yeah, 120 million pound with RB Leipzig for the signing of 19-year-old Ivory Coast winger Yan Diamonde following lengthy negotiations. Atletico subscription required. Oh, excuse me, Athletic subscription required. Yeah, Liverpool are exploring a move for 18-year-old Paris Saint-Germain and Senegal winger Ibrahim Mbaye. Yeah, so that's the Times subscription. Yeah, Times newspaper. Aston Villa have reached an agreement with Atletico Madrid for Italian left back Matteo Raguri, 24 years old. Okay, so that's Marca in Spain reporting that one. It says Liverpool have been linked with a potential move for Real Madrid defender Raul Asensio. Okay, Asensio. Okay, 23 as he's 23 years old after the Spanish international was informed he could leave La Liga club this summer. Okay, I'm thinking, is that the geezer that went to Aston Villa on loan? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking still. Okay, says Fulham. Fulham are closing in Fulham are closing in on the signing of 30 million rated Southampton and Northern Ireland midfielder Shea Charles, 22, and that's TalkSport. Yeah, what's that? Trabzonspor. So Trabzonspor. Yeah, and I think they're the Turkish team that Mohamed Salah's gone to. All right, so yeah, it is that team. So if I can recognize the name, I can't fucking say it for my life. Anyway, are working to reunite Uruguayan and Darwin Núñez. Okay, for Darwin Núñez, 27, with former Liverpool teammate Egyptian. Okay, right, Mohamed Salah. Oh, basically, so this is a Turkish team that Mohamed Salah's gotten to and now working on a move to try and bring Darwin Núñez in as well to work with his old teammate. Right, it says here Aston Villa are prepared for a fresh bid from Arsenal for England defender Ezra Konsa, 28, as they try to agree a new contract to keep him at Villa Park, the Mel, right? So Real Madrid could make 2 Manchester United targets available. French midfielder Aurelien, yeah, something, 26, and what's that? Edward. Oh my God, I ain't got a fucking clue. Some of these players' names are fucking off the chain, mate. I tell you, I can't lie. They are serious, man. Do you know what I mean? If they ain't fucking Simon, Peter, or Paul Smith, it's difficult. Now that sounds shit. You know what I mean? My name ain't the easiest to say, but boy, there's no English name, but it's tough. Anyway, it says 23 in order to free up funds so they can sign 30-year-old Spain midfielder Rodri from Manchester City. Right, basically, Real Madrid could make two Manchester United targets available. So they could make 2 Manchester United targets available. So that means they could sell Manchester United 2 players. So basically, they can raise money to buy what's his name? Rodri from Manchester City. That's basically what it's saying here. And free up space in the squad or whatever. All right. Hamburg are interested in bringing Belgian Leeds United defender Sebastian Bornu, 27, back to the Bundesliga. Okay, right. Just as well. I've never heard of him. All right. EFL gossip. Boro agrees 7 million deal with Spurs for Phillips. Oh, wait, Phillips, right. Right, Middlesbrough have agreed to sign the English centre-back Ashley Phillips from Tottenham for an initial fee of $7 million, while a number of potential future add-ons have been included in the deal for the 21-year-old who spent last the past 2 years. That sometimes the way these people write, it's crazy. It says here who spent last the past 2 years. They meant who spent the past 2 years, isn't it? Like, what are they doing? Past two seasons on loan at Stoke City. All right, so he spent 2 seasons on loan. So that's a guy they don't want in it. He's happy to get that 7 million. Where there's that 7 million, take him. See, he's yours. It's because he spent 2 years at Stoke on loan. So that's clearly a brother that they ain't got no hope. Right, West Ham have signed former Brighton and Hove Albion defender Joel Veltman, 34, for free on a 1-year deal, and the Dutchman has completed a medical. Okay, so they've signed a player from Brighton, a defender. West Ham, he's having his medical, so that is them. Portuguese club Sporting have made an improved bid of 14 million for Watford's 20-year-old forward Nastoiri Irakanda, but the offer is still below the Hornets' valuation of the Australian international. Oh. Yeah, okay, that's Sky Sports. Right, next one's on Southampton, Birmingham. No. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there. You know, I think you lot have had enough out of the world news today of football from me. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're sick of my voice by now. You lucky. Yeah, this is the Football's Back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know, and yeah, tell your friends about us, man. Help us get into the algorithms. You know, we need this show being pushed by YouTube, man, because it's happening every day. We're bringing you fresh news. Do you know what I mean? We're not looking at anyone else's channel to see what they've said or what they're gonna do. We're just doing it from the back, jumping online, and we're just giving you a show from online. Do you know what I mean? Just from simply reading the freshest stuff that's online today. And that's how the show's built. So there's no need for anything else. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Jasemel Burton. Out. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah? It's your boy, Jasemel Burton. Yeah? We out. Peace.
So bright from dusk till dawn. Free kicks, goals scored, hear the crowd roar. Then hit that subscribe button, cause football at your door. Fast runs down the wing every single game. Highlights, reactions, you'll never walk alone.